welcome back. This is going to be a little Q&A with Sean. He hasn't been on the channel in a while, but we're also recording this for the podcast. So, in case you don't listen to the podcast, it's called Outgoing Without Going Out. It's with my sister, but this week is a solo episode with me and Sean. And I asked over on the podcast Instagram what Q&A questions you guys had, and I figured, why would I not film this for YouTube as well? So, that's what we're going to do today. All right. Are you ready? This is like a live podcast recording.
Live podcast.
Ready?
No edits.
Well, we'll see. Okay. Ready, set, go. Hello, guys, and welcome back to the podcast. It is Lexi here, and I have a very special guest this week on Outgoing Without Going Out.
Hi, my name's Sean.
Oh my gosh, you guys, he is the most requested person back on this podcast, and he has not been on it in a while. So while Gabby is out of town right now, we decided we would film a little or record a little couples Q&A podcast. And you guys had a lot of good questions, actually. But before we get into that, let's talk about our week last week. How was your week?
My week was good. I just worked.
Same. I literally don't have any other exciting updates. I will say the sun is out and it is starting to get warmer again. So I'm looking forward to that.
Pool's up to like 67, so...
it's still cold.
Still cold, but it's getting there.
We're getting there. It was cold, gray, and rainy for a very long time here.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that the sun is out. I also worked. I wasn't feeling well at the beginning of the week, but I'm feeling better. And we have a concert tonight.
Concert, yes.
We're going to see the Ernest concert.
Yeah. We're going to see Ernest.
Ernest. It's
Ernest
just
concert.
Ernest. Well, it's a concert by Ernest.
We're going to see him play.
Yeah, and it's at a venue that I've never been in Fort Myers. It's like, is it a bar?
It's like a bar, but like it's like there's dancing and stuff like that. It's a lot of line dancing, stuff like that. So.
Oh, Lola wanted to sit with Sean for the podcast.
So yeah, it's called The Ranch, and yeah, we're gonna be there tonight and
We'll see
have
how it
some
goes.
fun. Go with some friends.
Yeah, so other than that, I literally have no updates about my week. We shipped out the orders. You guys are starting to get your Sunset Social orders, which is really fun, and that's about it. We've both been on a reading kick, which I guess that'll take us into our favorites, because both of our favorites are actually the books we're reading.
Yeah, well, or read. Yeah, Lexi's doing this goal, had this whole goal of 24 books, and...
Yeah, last year I think I read 15 books, but I've already read 5 this year, so I'm like way ahead of my goal, but still.
5?
Yeah, I'm on my 6th book for the year.
She's on her 6th book of the year, so she's 25% done with her reading goal for the year, and she's not even out of the month of January.
Okay, I didn't want to like increase it too much because I only read 15 last year, so I was like, oh, 24 is like a big increase. But yeah, I'm like ahead of the curve. We'll see. Maybe I'll slow down. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know. Life happens.
Exactly. So, okay, but Sean's been reading now that paramedic is done.
I set like a goal for myself.
I made
like
him get Goodreads.
halfway through the month, I set a goal for myself for 12 this year. So at least one book a month. So I finished my first book. It's pretty good, which is my favorite of the week. It's called Lightning Down. It's like kind of it's a World War II story about a American Allied pilot that basically got shot down over France, got imprisoned as a POW, but he was sent off to a concentration camp with 168 of his other Allied pilots, and they were labeled as terrorists, and that's why they were sent to a concentration camp. So it's about the story of that and how they suffered immensely in those camps and throughout the war. So it was a really good book. Really tear-jerking at the end there.
Yeah.
I finished it today and on to the next one.
Nice. Yeah, we went to Barnes & Noble yesterday and Sean picked out a book. I got him a bookmark, finally, because he has been using an old boarding pass as his bookmark.
I mean, that's a great bookmark.
It is, but I got him a Ted Lasso Believe flag bookmark from Barnes & Noble, and then he got the book Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah.
But my favorite is the book I'm reading right now. I'm like 60% of the way through, and it just got crazy good. It is called The Maid's Diary by Loreth Ann White. I finished, what was the book I just read by her? It was The Patient's Secret. And that one was good, but this one's way better. This one's like 5 stars. I'm really enjoying it. It's told from different points of view. Every chapter is a different person, either the detective or one of the victims from previously. It jumps in time, so it's really good so far, and I'm really enjoying that. And I would recommend her books.
Yeah, so I was putting my the book that I finished in the bookshelf, and there was this book that I was kind of like interested in. I was like, I'd probably like never buy this, like, because it seems kind of like a girly book.
Are you talking about The Nightingale?
No. It was a different one. But I was like, I would maybe give that a shot because it kind of seems like a twist and turn and like
Which one
a
was
thriller.
it?
I have to go grab the book, but it's actually in there, and I was like, oh man, like this book, and it hasn't been touched either because the binding is still good on it.
I wonder what book it is that you're talking about.
I can go get it if you want.
Sure, if you want to. But yeah, so Sean is a physical book guy, and I am a Kindle gal. So I read on the Kindle, except I did read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame in like hard copy. I got the hard copy for that one. What book is it? Oh, A Housemaid. It's super good.
Yeah?
It's not girly.
No?
I forgot. So I read that on my Kindle, but Gabby or my mom must have left that here for us for our bookshelf, and they read that in physical copy.
Yeah.
There's a sequel.
Oh, it's
to
weird.
it as well.
Like the binding hasn't been touched at all.
There's a sequel as well.
There
Like,
is?
that one's way better than the sequel.
So this was trending on my Goodreads because the sequel just came out too.
I've probably read 6 of her books. They're all very good. They're all twists and turns and like thrillers, quick reads. But The Housemaid is very good. The Housemaid's Secret is what the next one's called. Not as good, but
I think I'm gonna alternate from like fiction to nonfiction.
we kind of
Like
read
back
it was
and
fiction,
forth.
but it was nonfiction, right? Like it was a true story. The one you just
No,
read.
it was nonfiction. Like
Okay, so
yeah,
you're doing fiction next.
yes.
Are you going to do
fiction.
Fahrenheit 451 or this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna do Fahrenheit
So it's going to be 2 books before you read this one.
Yeah, probably. But I is the Nightingale.
That one's in there. And
Is
it's
that
a war
fiction
book.
or is it nonfiction?
I don't know, but I just looked like something you would want to read. My grandma gave it to us.
Yeah, but I was just. What was I just gonna say?
Not in your head. You were talking about this. You were talking about Fahrenheit 451.
But
you
just.
read.
I mean, Fahrenheit 451 is a pretty short book, so.
It is. It's.
The book that I just finished, it was completely nonfiction because he had like all of his sources listed in the back, and it like he did extensive research. He did it was actually pretty knowledgeable because like as things were happening in the guy's story, Joe Moser's story, it was like he was like referencing other things that were happening during that time, which was kind of cool.
Cool.
So.
Okay, well now I'm really excited you want to read that one because it is really good. I'm trying to get him to read
It
Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, but those are thick boys, so it'll probably be a while before he starts those.
I mean, as long as it's like good.
It's so good.
If it's a boring book and it's like 50 or 500 pages, I'm like, dude, this is gonna take me a while. I'm gonna add this one to my
Goodreads. I'm so glad he's hopped on the Goodreads trend as far as like getting his shelves in line and like want to read it.
I added a bunch of books that I've read.
Cool.
So let's see if this one comes up.
All right, awesome. Well, I'm gonna get the Q&A questions ready, and we can hop right into that.
This is not it.
I'm gonna save the podcast because I don't want to lose it. Sean Q. And
I also added this one to my
hold on,
want
let
to
me hit
read.
record. Ready? Sean said he added another one to his
Yeah,
want to
I
read.
also
What is
added
it?
this one. This one was on the New York Times bestseller list, and this is basically about a single house in the woods of New England, told through the lives of those that inhabit it across the centuries. So basically,
The house tells the story in a way.
no, the people tell the story about the house, but like it's ever so changing. Like
Interesting.
it starts off with an English soldier destined for glory, abandons the battlefields in a new world. A pair of spinsters, twins, survive the war and famine, only to succumb to envy and desire.
I think you would really like that 5 People You Meet in Heaven book that my dad loves.
It's told by a story of a painter, a con man, and a stalking panther. So like
Interesting.
at some point the house gets abandoned or an animal takes over. Like I don't know. I think that's kind of different and cool.
Yeah.
So historical in a way because I love historical.
Sean's
fiction
a
and
history
nonfiction.
guy.
Big history buff.
I am not, but that's okay. Different strokes for different folks. All right, let's hop into the questions. They're kind of all over the place, from serious questions to like relationship questions to just like fun questions. So first one says, how did your relationship change when you moved in together, and how much me time and couple time do you guys spend? It's different now than when we first moved in, I feel like, but
Yeah, it was different
I'll let you go
because
first.
we were living with like other people. I feel like, we still had our separate places, but
when we actually moved in together, it was you and me in our apartment. It's also hard because I was in dental school, Sean was still in school.
yeah.
So like,
We had a lot of time together because of school.
yeah, we didn't do anything else really.
Yeah. And then I started. Well, you were still working at the taco bar.
Yeah.
But I wasn't working there just yet. It started in October, and then we were working together and then seeing each other in our off time, and we enjoy spending a lot of time together. And I think that we don't argue that much,
No.
but when we do, it's like maybe bickering and then it ends quick. Like we just argued, in the bedroom for a couple seconds. I was trying to help her film a video, and I was like, hey, you're being a brat. Stop. And then she apologized after we finished it, and like we were fine. So I think that we enjoy spending time together. If we don't spend time together, we're like, in my mind, I'm like, kind of wish I was hanging out with Lexi.
Yeah, and also like we're really good about like splitting up. Like, so we'll be home together a lot. But like if Sean wants to play video games and I want to go edit a video or something, like we're good at getting our alone time while we're still in the same house. Like we don't feel like we have to be like on top of each other 24/7 and like entertain each other, which is nice. But I think we've grown into that. Like it's hard when you first move in together because I feel like it can go two ways. Either people spend 24/7 together, they get sick of each other and they like lose contact with their friends, they don't do anything. Or because they live together, they don't spend any time together because they're like, oh, I live with that person, I don't need to spend quality time with them. And it can go that way. But we're both also just like more homebodies. It's also different now that we moved to Florida because like we don't really have that many friends. So it's like,
yeah, for sure.
and if you're in your 20s and like late 20s, early 30s, it's like not the same. Like you don't make friends the same way you used to.
Where we were living, we had like a ton of friends super close to where we were. Now, like our friends live
kind of all over.
Our friends live all over the place. Like one of your best friends lives down in Naples, which is a half-hour drive.
Right, or they live like North Fort Myers
or Cape Coral.
Yeah,
it's like people don't want to hang out when it takes 45 minutes to drive there and then drive home. Like it sucks, but that's just like the reality of it.
And it just takes time to find your core group of people. Like
exactly, that you feel like comfortable with.
I will say like where we were living when we first moved in together, everybody was like a 5-10 minute drive, and it was like more organized functions that we would see our friends, like events.
Yes, tons. I feel like Buffalo had like there was always something going on.
Yeah,
always something to do.
Which I'm sure it's like that here, but it's just a bigger area, so people don't all go to the same things.
Yes.
Like if there's an event going on, like I'm sure we'll know some people there, but it's not like everyone's going to this like one thing. So I don't know. They asked like a percentage of what we spend our time together. I would say now it's like 90% and like 10% friend time, but also
no, but like that's the thing though, is like work takes up a huge amount of our time.
Yeah, so I work a Monday through Friday schedule, like 8 to 5. Sean works a 24-hour schedule, but every couple of days. So it's like
so when let's say I work Monday, so I see her Sunday night. We go to sleep. I don't see her until she gets home from work on Tuesday. So if you think about it, it's almost like a 48-hour span.
Right.
Almost.
And both of our jobs right now, like my residency and his fire department, we're seeing people at work that like are our friends. So it's like we're kind of spending friend time. Like, I don't know. It's a different. I don't know.
The other thing is that like I go to work and like I go to hang out with the boys for 24 hours at the fire station. Like that fulfills my time away from her and like my time with the boys. Do you know what I mean?
And when he is at work, I work in a lot of my friend time because like I either sit at home and I have a lot of alone time, which I love, or I'll go to dinner with a friend, or we'll go shopping, or my friends, a lot of them now have babies here, so we'll do something with their babies. But yeah,
and like it also kind of hurts us on the weekends. Like I work I work Saturdays every third weekend, so we kind of lose that. But it's nice that I have a Sunday Kelly, so I do get to spend more time with her. Unlike other people that have like a Monday through Friday Kelly.
A Kelly day is when he has that shift off. So like this weekend is his Kelly weekend. He has Sunday off. That would have been his shift. So he has off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
So the guys that I usually work with are at work on Sunday.
And he's not.
And I'm not.
Yeah.
So it kind of gives me a 5-day break. So that's another thing. Every 3 weeks I get this 5-day break and I get to spend a ton of time with Lexi. So it's nice.
I don't know. I feel like we figured it out. Like
yeah, I think we do well with the schedule that we have. I really want to go somewhere though. I'm like itching to. Yeah, but I've been traveling like crazy. But I want to travel somewhere with you.
Yeah, we haven't taken any trips together since Miami, the Country Bay Music Festival, which was like
it's like you can't even call it a trip.
November. Yeah.
I mean, it was, but it wasn't.
And then before that was Austin, I think.
In April of last year.
Yeah.
I'd like to go, like, maybe find some, like, a concert to go to before we get married and stuff.
Yeah, so I might as well, there's like 30 million questions about that. Guys, I promise, the wedding stuff is coming, but there's a couple of things that, like, I'm probably not going to share specific details until after the wedding, but I can tell you a couple of things. So
we know when we're getting married.
Yeah, we know when we're getting married. We're getting married this summer, I will tell you that. We're getting married abroad. And it's going to be really small with just our family. So, really small. And then Sean and I are going to travel afterwards for a couple weeks. So, I'm really excited about that. That'll be like a big trip together. We have a lot of planning to do for that.
Big trip, yeah. Like, after that, we're going to be like, I don't want to travel.
I don't want to travel anymore. Okay, next. But I promise, more wedding videos are coming. I have a wedding dress video that I'm going to put out. I'm doing my own hair and makeup with the help of my sister. So I'm going to practice doing that and show you guys that stuff.
I wonder if people could guess where we're going.
Probably. But you'll see when all of that happens.
Yeah, a lot of planning.
Yes,
I've done so much planning.
Sean has done no planning. We probably do need to figure out like your wedding attire at some point. I don't know how that works. You're going to rent or you're going to buy?
I don't know. I could probably go look.
There's a couple of different like suits outlets around here. We can look.
I'll probably buy.
Your take on how it went with the Bills, and do you think the NFL is fixed?
I don't think after that game. I don't think it's fixed, but I just think that some referees favor other teams.
But do you think that comes from them, or do you think that comes from higher up?
It could come from higher up. I don't know, but. You know, that referee that ref the Bills game, not 8-2 in the regular season when reffing the Chiefs, and now 3-0 when reffing the Chiefs in the postseason. So that guy has only reffed the game where the Chiefs have lost twice. And I'm not going to lie, they missed a bunch of calls. They missed a bunch of holds, and it was frustrating to watch, but the Bills beat themselves in the end.
Yeah.
They were given a miracle chance to get the ball back and drive down the field. And
what is your take on that conspiracy where they like design the Super Bowl logo and it has the colors of the teams every year?
I think it's just a coincidence.
Okay, I was wondering what you thought about that.
Coincidence. I don't know.
It's weird though.
Hope it comes true this year. Except I'm rooting for the Lions.
I know, that would be cool. If the Bills aren't going to make it, the other underdogs. Yeah. Okay, if you were not a firefighter, what do you think your profession would be? And I'm going to answer that if I wasn't a dentist, because they didn't ask, but I'm going to answer too.
Probably be a cop.
Really? See, I just so cannot see you as a police officer. I see you as a firefighter in my head.
Yeah.
Always have.
I don't know, probably maybe a cop. Probably a good thing that I never became a cop, but I don't know. I love my job now.
Okay. So this is like so unrealistic, but I think I would enjoy it, but I don't think I would enjoy the lifestyle is like being a CIA analyst or like working in intelligence in some way, shape, or form, I think I would be good at it and I think I would like it, but I could never do the lifestyle. I couldn't do the moving around. I couldn't do the hours like constantly on call. I couldn't do...
You would. If you were single, like if you had nothing else to do, you would indulge.
No, but that's
yourself
not my life. Like,
yeah.
So I don't know.
I think you'd be able to do it.
I don't know. If you could only watch one movie or TV series for the rest of your life, what would it be? Let's do movie and then let's do TV series. Movie is really hard.
Movie would suck because you just get so bored of that
TV series, I would have to say The Office. I would get sick of it, obviously, but
yeah,
I would have to say that.
I don't know. I think this show that I'm rewatching now is
Homeland?
I rewatched it 3 times.
No, it's super good, but that would be depressing if that's what I watched for the rest of my life. Like,
But
I feel like
it's
Office
so
is
intriguing.
uplifting.
Like
It is.
I forgot it. I keep forgetting what happens every, like, even after the 3rd time. I'm like, oh crap, didn't see that coming. You know?
Yeah, if you like
So Homeland,
political CIA type shows, Homeland is really good.
Yeah. Movie?
I have no clue. If I can only watch one movie, I get sick of movies.
Forrest Gump, probably. It's my favorite movie.
I have literally no idea. Because I have like multiple favorite
Yeah, it's the thing is like, if you can only watch one movie for the rest of your life.
I'm
like,
going to say the Harry Potter series and cheat
No,
a
you
little
can't.
bit,
You
'cause
can't
they're
cheat.
7,
It's
and I
only
love
one.
those.
That's what I'm saying though, is like, if you can only watch one movie ever again, like,
Yeah.
it'd be something you'd want to, like,
Yeah,
be able to rewatch.
I don't know. Okay, this one says, how is wedding planning? I'm an August 2024 bride and I have no idea if I'm on track. Love you both. Love you too. I think this is different for everyone, and because we're getting married abroad and it's a very small wedding, like under 30 people small, the timeline of everything is a little different. Like, my friends that are getting married after me have planned the same, if not more than me, I feel like. Because in the US, you just plan so much farther ahead, which is crazy. But
Which is nice, because, like, that we're doing it, and it's like, we still don't have stuff booked. And it's like, we don't have to worry about it. Right?
yeah, no, I don't. The wedding planner isn't stressed. So, okay, I guess things I've done. I have my dress. We've booked accommodations for the actual like wedding weekend. We have the venue booked for the wedding ceremony and the reception. I have a wedding planner booked.
restaurant?
The photographer is booked. Yeah.
The restaurant's booked?
Yeah. The transportation is booked
The music?
for the weekend. The music is booked for the ceremony.
Oh, the transfer?
And the flowers
Wait,
are booked for the
transportation's
ceremony.
booked? I thought you meant the
No car
shuttle to
no,
get from the airport
no.
there.
But things I still need to do, I still need to figure out travel plans in general, our route for our honeymoon afterwards.
We have that.
Rental car, we haven't done that. If we want any like extra decor throughout, all I see is Rita's paw sticking out of the spare bedroom. So I don't know. I feel like everyone's so different. We're not doing a wedding party. We're not doing.
We have a lot planned already,
Yeah.
I guess.
And we're not doing like
We
bridesmaids
haven't
and
picked out the
groomsmen.
food.
No, we have to pick out the menu. We don't like have bachelorette parties or bachelor parties planned, because we're just having people come, like we're celebrating it all while we're there. So, I don't know. I guess it's different. I feel like traditional weddings, you have to plan the bachelorette party, you have to invite like your bridesmaids, there's a lot of different stuff, if that makes sense.
I think my other favorite of the week.
Oh, you have another one?
So I think my other favorite of the week is these Aspire Healthy Energy drinks.
We get them from Costco.
Yeah, you can only get them at Costco. Natural caffeine, no calories, no sugars, no carbs. And it has only 80 milligrams of caffeine, which is about a cup of coffee. So, and it has a bunch of vitamins and stuff in it, which is really good. 0 calories.
Nice.
Yeah.
We actually taste tested those at Costco and Sean got them, so
Yeah.
the taste tests sometimes work. This question says, would you ever post behind the scenes of Lexi filming, editing, or podcasting? So no, because it's genuinely boring and I usually am stressed and we're arguing and like, it's not that fun behind the scenes. But I am recording this podcast and filming it for my YouTube channel. So I guess this is kind of like behind the scenes. We need to fill their food. Lola and Rita are just like sitting by their water bowl hanging out. Advice for someone new to the gym, how to schedule workouts for the week. So Sean and I have a different workout split.
Yeah.
But I'm new, but I'll let him go first because he's
So
more
you can do,
experienced.
like, it depends on what you're doing though. Like, if you're doing a lot of weightlifting, which people, like, Lexi was like this before. People thought, or she thought that lifting weights meant that she would become like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Like, big bodybuilder type. Like, no. Lifting weights, like, accentuates your curves, like, tones you up.
I just like how it makes me feel.
Builds
I feel
your butt, builds your
stronger,
legs.
I have energy. Like, I enjoy it.
Yeah, and the feeling of feeling stronger is empowering almost.
Yeah,
too.
I literally used to like not be able to like carry groceries inside.
Yeah. So, like, she finally realized that and started doing a workout routine. In her workout routine, she used some of these.
Callie Fuller Fit. If you're new, she has a home program and a gym program, and it's actually really good. And it sets you up like each day with the workouts,
With
really easy to
videos,
follow.
how to, and stuff like that, which is a great thing for a beginner. But if you're kind of like want to do your own thing, want to do your own workouts, you kind of know how to do it. You could do, you know, a back and bis day, a tricep and chest day. Those kind of movements work together. Shoulders, and then legs, and then you have kind of a 4-day split there with a day of rest. You could also do like a straight up chest and back day by itself, and then do an arm.
Yeah, it's just deciding like what you want to do. If you want to work in yoga or spin or boxing, like you can mix those in too. For me, what works, I don't pin specific days because I like to listen to my body and see how I'm feeling, but I will do 4 days of strength training, and then I'll usually like walk on the treadmill a couple of the other days and like have a rest/stretch yoga-ish day. So I'll do 1 day of glutes and hamstrings. I'll do 1 day of back and biceps. I'll do 1 day of glutes and quads. And one of those leg days I'll mix in like calf. And then I'll do another day of either chest and triceps or shoulders and triceps, just another upper body day of some sort. So that's what I've been doing. I like the 4-day split because it gives me 3 days off in between. Because if I'm like really sore on legs, I'm not going to do my second leg day, if that makes sense. So I like to like put in my rest days in between. But advice for like someone new to the gym: 1, don't be intimidated. I used to like be afraid to go get dumbbells when we first went to before we had a home gym and we went to the gym. I like would be scared to take up a bench, and Sean's like, "Why are you like? That's why we're here. You have every right to sit on a bench and do a workout as anyone else." But I would feel like people can tell I'm like not like that I'm new. And so I felt weird. But then you just realize, like, everybody's at the gym working on themselves.
Everyone is in their own world at the gym. Like, I don't pay attention to anybody else in the gym except if, 1, their boobs and their butt are out. Like, dude, it's obvious. Like, I'm going to look because you're flashing that. And it's going to be distracting. And then, like, if people are, like, doing grunting or like slamming their weights.
But otherwise, you really don't pay attention.
Just be polite.
Mm-hmm.
Clean up your area. Wipe down your equipment. Like, and you won't have an issue. Like people won't care. Like a lot of times, I just like wear like. I used to love. I mean, up north, I used to love wearing bulky clothing. Like. Just because I don't care what like I looked like or you know.
I always wear a giant t-shirt. Like I'm not. That's just me personally. I don't feel comfortable. I love the girlies that can wear the booty shorts and the sports bra. I think it looks so cute. That's just not me right now. Maybe one day, but probably not.
I mean, good for them. I mean, I get it too because like in the home gym, sometimes I like to work out with a shirt off.
Yeah, well, it's way different when you're in your own house. I will say,
but
it's more comfortable, obviously. All right, moving right along. The next question says, do you have any goals as a couple for 2024? We have a lot of goals. But like little goals. Like obviously getting married is a goal. Traveling more is a goal.
We want to read more together.
Read more together for sure.
I wanted to do this thing where we read a book that's also a movie and then read the book, then watch the movie together.
Yeah.
I thought that would be a cool thing to do.
The problem is we've seen more movies than we've read books, so we've seen a lot of movies that are books that we've already seen the movie. So So that's the problem.
Yeah, but I'm saying like new stuff that's coming out.
Yeah,
Like there was one book that I wanted to get, but they ended up not having it there. It was called Eileen, and it's about like 2 state penitentiary workers and.
We'll have to find it. We can order on Amazon maybe or Barnes and Noble's website.
It's Anne Hathaway's in the movie.
Is it out yet or no?
Yeah, it didn't make like the big pictures. It's like went to like Sundance. Yeah.
Okay. Other goals, I don't know about 2024, but at some point, and there's another question that asked me about kids. At some point, we would love to start a family. Don't know when that'll be, but that's a goal.
Big goals.
Some house stuff, like we want to eventually redo the master bathroom, maybe redo the pool, but that's all down the line.
I feel like that's not couple stuff though.
True. Couple goals, yeah. Reading more together.
Reading more together.
Eating healthier and working out,
yes,
like we've been doing.
That's a big thing.
Saving money.
We've both been trying to eat healthier. It's been tough because I've been trying to just eat more, and sometimes I eat.
Yeah, my mom wrote in, how big are your arms these days?
Why?
I don't know. Yeah, Sean's trying to bulk up.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone said, do you ever think Josh Allen in Buffalo will win a Super Bowl? My condolences from a Browns fan.
Ugh.
I hope so.
Maybe
one day.
I hope so. I mean, he's the player to do it, but it just, I don't know. We're cursed, just like the Browns are.
Biggest wedding disagreement. We don't really disagree. Like, is there anything where you're like, I want that, and I'm like, I don't for a wedding?
I think
that we decided against or something?
I think.
Not really.
No.
No, there's like
it's
nothing.
Like, I just want you to be happy. Like.
Well, I want you to be happy.
No, I'm gonna be happy regardless. Like, you know, I'm gonna show up and be like, Mom, this is nice. Like, who did all this stuff? Like, I let it be known that that's gonna happen right now. So
that's funny.
But that's the thing is like I've been trying to like, hey, let me help you with this stuff, but she's like, I've got it. Like,
yeah,
got it taken care of. So.
How do you balance fitness with your busy jobs? I think it's just for me setting a schedule for myself and knowing if I have a busy evening, I want to work out in the morning. Like figuring out a time. For me, it's like I can get my workout done in as little as like 30 to 40 minutes if I want to, or I can stretch it out to like an hour, and it's just figuring out what time. If there's a day where I just don't have that much time or I'm sore, I'll just walk on the treadmill for a little bit. Like I feel good just like moving my body.
Yeah. Listening to your body is a big thing.
And him, it's easier because he works out at work.
Not all the time.
But you can.
Last shift I hardly got a workout in.
Yeah.
I started my workout. I got 2 workouts done of like 4 to 5 sets a piece, and got a call. So it was like there's the end of my. Well, I could always go back in the work, like in the gym, and finish it, but like it ends up timing. Like other stuff happens, dinner's on the table, or got to start making dinner, like stuff like that. So it's all about timing. There's a lot of times where my rest days are at work, but I have more time when I'm at home.
Yeah.
So.
Biggest pros and cons of moving to Florida. What do you want to start with, the pros or the cons?
The biggest pros is the weather.
The weather.
Hands down.
Being able to like look outside and it's sunny.
Right now it's seasonal. It's like sunny. I can go outside and sit outside in the sun.
Yeah.
Like
up north, that's not happening.
Right now, we just went to our neighbor's baby shower. If we were up north, we would have had to bundle up or like at least get like a little bit more layer of clothes on, and then walk down our driveway
in slushy snow.
Walk in the street. We just walked across.
It's just
You know, it's like
life is easier in this weather.
And less
that
depressing.
is for sure. Less depressing. We both are warm weather people, but I will say I feel like we get seasons. Like it's obviously not as extreme, but I was shocked at how much it feels like we do have seasons.
Yes. And it's almost kind of nice because our season gets cool, almost like autumn time temperatures, and you get to throw on a sweatshirt, and it's
wear pants to dinner. There's heat outside.
Crisp, chilled air feels good sometimes.
And it's short lasted. It's not going to be months on end.
Exactly.
Cons. We're farther away from our friends and family.
Yes.
The drivers are really bad.
The big cons is being away from family and friends. We created such a base of of friends there that, you know, I don't know if we'll ever get to the point where we're out here. It's just different too, because we like I feel like most of our friends were part of the volunteer fire department, and for volunteer firefighting, you live in the area that you work.
Again, so yeah, everybody's
central. And so of all those 80 people that were part of the department, like, we all lived in that 5 mile area. So it took me a minute 30 seconds to get to one friend's house. It takes like 2 minutes to get to that friend's house. Mm-hmm. Whereas here it's like
you can live anywhere.
You could literally live anywhere. Like, I have coworkers that live in Miami. Away. You know, my boss lives in Fort Lauderdale. So it's like, if he wants to hang out and, like, you know, do something with the crew that lives on this coast, you know, he's got to plan ahead, and it just kind of stinks.
Other cons: the driving. Worst drivers.
Oh, the drivers are insane down here. Like, working down here, like, I've run way more accidents. Yeah. Like fatal accidents that I did in New York.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. We'll see, like, when way down the road when we have kids and they start driving, like, is it because the driving tests are easier, or like, what is the deal? You don't have to drive in snow, so you're just less defensive and cautious?
There's another thing is, like, vehicle inspections.
True, we don't have them down here.
State of Florida does not require vehicle inspections, so, you know, cars could be pieced together with, you know, whatever you can do to fix them up to get them back on the road. But the other thing is,
speed more. They don't pull people over for speeding.
People speed way more because the weather's not as bad.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know, it rains a little bit and people forget how to drive in the rain. And
yeah.
I just think that there's either, like, this is, like, hard to say, but, like, there's less, like, the education was better where we were at.
Up north, yeah, that's one thing that makes us nervous.
So I think that the education of, you know, hey, you're in this piece of equipment that could, like, kill you,
more
or
tax dollars. Like, taxes are higher, and so that goes into education. It goes into up north versus down here. The pros of that is we pay less taxes. Like,
yes.
So, you know, you just live and you learn. What's your favorite thing about your jobs? And they put a little fire truck emoji and a little tooth emoji.
You go first.
Okay, my favorite thing about my job is it's different every day. Like, working with kids, every single patient is different. Every single op is different. Like, working with kids versus adults is you just never know what's going to come out of their mouth. You never know how they're going to act. It keeps me on my toes a little bit. And you can do fun things. Like, you can watch Disney movies while you work. You can dress up. You can give prizes. Like, I don't know. It's just like a fun environment. Yeah, that's it, I think.
I think my favorite thing about my job is, like, helping people. Especially, like, when it's, like, the worst day of their life and you show up and it's like, oh, this is, like, every day. It's kind of cool to be there in that moment and, like, to help people when they're really scared or, you know, really hurt. Also, you know, you don't know what you're gonna get on any call, so it could turn into anything. So it's kind of like the surprise of what could happen, and it's just always interesting. It's always something new.
Mm-hmm. This one says, how was your Florida Christmas this year? Second Christmas in your new home?
It was good. I felt like we were more established. So
it was way more chill. Last year was so hectic, but fun, but hectic. Like,
yeah. So
the house wasn't done.
We were able to, like, actually really set up some Christmas lights. Not like last year, I was just, like, thrown together in like 30 minutes. But like, it was nice. I think we did a real good job this year. Mm-hmm. You know, we had I don't know.
Holidays just, like, it's a weird time. I was talking to some of my friends about this. It's just such a weird time, like, when you're grown up but you don't have kids yet. Like, a lot of the magic is gone from Halloween, Christmas. Like, it's just not as exciting. It's, like, kind of sad, honestly.
Yeah. Like, no, I get that.
It's kind of sad. Like,
but I think we had fun on Halloween.
For sure. I just think, like, that next, like, it'll get even more exciting, like, once we start to have kids. Like, it kind of brings some of that magic back. But yeah, it was good. And then I'll probably make this the last question. It says, tips on balancing finances in your relationship, separately, saving money, budgeting, like how do you guys pay for stuff?
It's tough. You know, we kind of,
like
we're lucky to have, we're both lucky to have good jobs, and like both of us came into this relationship with like a good
sense
like,
of money, I feel.
Sense of like, yeah, financial decisions and stuff. Like, you know, we don't have, I mean, besides her schooling, and like I have some debt too. Like I have my truck. And the house now, like that we have together, but like we didn't have like tons of credit card debt that was just spent on random stuff. Like we both of us came in and we pay our credit card bill off every single month to just to basically earn points.
But also we both came in knowing we both want to contribute.
Yeah.
We both
split everything 50-50.
Yeah, like our bills. But I will say we're very good about like if there's a month where like for example when I was in dental school and he was working.
Yeah.
Like he would pay a little bit more here, or like when we get hit with a random big bill, like if I have savings and Sean has to pay for something else that's big, like different house stuff, like we're good about like balancing like, hey, I'll get this right now.
And
like,
the one cool thing that we do is if like I recommended a Domino's night last night, so I pick up the bill because it was my I wanted to do it. Like if she wants a date,
go to the taco restaurant.
She wanted to do tacos and tequila one night. Like it was her idea, so she gets the bill. Like, and we actually like split it up. Like I feel like almost every other week I'm like, I need a date night tonight. Like I need to get out of the house.
Yeah, and like I'll get HelloFresh, Sean will get Costco and Publix. Like it just like everything is pretty much split down the middle.
Yeah.
As far as like personal finances, I mean, I feel like it's just if you know you have the money and it's something that you feel is worth it, like go for it. Where like I used to be really bad at that. I would almost oversave to where I was like kind of never treating myself, never enjoying myself. Like whereas now, like, did we absolutely need a hot tub? No, but do we use it every day? And it's within our budget that we can afford to pay for it? Yes. So it's like that's a purchase that made sense to us. Like we did a lot of the home stuff that we could do right away ourselves and afford, and like, but we didn't do the master bathroom because we know that's a big expense. We didn't replace windows because that's a big expense. Like, I don't know. It's
also finding the time to do that stuff.
Yeah, but also money. Like,
yeah, the windows is gonna
picking and choosing. Like we made it a goal for ourselves to only eat out once a week for the most part. Like, so saving money that way also helps you eat healthier. You're making your own foods. Like, I don't know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We don't really we're not big shoppers. Like I would say if we need clothes, we'll buy ourselves clothes, but it's not like, we don't buy each other gifts either really.
No,
like we do things together like the gym.
I don't no, like I get it's weird. I buy t-shirts when I'm like, oh, I want that t-shirt. Like I never go to the store and was like, I need to go shopping because I need new stuff.
I mean, we placed a Gymshark order because
I need new shorts. Well, I've worn these for the last 2 years already.
And I wear the same 2 Gymshark sports bras in rotation. I need a couple more.
Yeah, no, we...
But I will say I do want to do that soon. Maybe next weekend. That's going to be my project. I'm going to try everything on that I own. If it is not comfortable or I haven't worn it in, I don't know, years, I'm going to get rid of it. I just need to. I just have too much stuff. And I wear the same... Sean is you wear the same, middle school softball t-shirts to the grocery store, and you have nicer stuff, and I know that's so I just need to
she also
I'm weird about that.
She also wears she whenever she's going out oh I'm being comfy, no, you're wearing green sweatpants with a pink crew neck, what are you doing? She doesn't notice it because she doesn't care what she looks like when she's out, but I'm
I don't,
dude, you look like a bum.
But it's in a way that I told her sweats that and I'm always the one complaining.
She has, so she just got this what do you call it? A set.
A sweat set.
A sweat set.
Sweatpants that go together.
Together, same color, they go together. She puts on white sweatpants with one of the black sweatpants or the black hoodie. I'm like, dude, wear it together. It looks it looks better that way,
Yeah.
and you just look like you're thrown together. I don't know, like she doesn't have that like good sense of fashion. I don't think.
I do. I don't try hard enough to do. Like I have really cute outfit ideas. Like I know when I want to put them together that they're cute, but
Yeah.
this is coming from tie-dye t-shirt and plaid shorts over here.
Tie-dye t-shirt and plaid shorts.
Yeah.
No.
I have
Tie-dye
pictures of
and
that.
camo, it goes
Still,
together.
It does not go
It
together.
goes together.
Oh my god. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna end this here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little Q&A. Thank you, Sean, for coming on the podcast. It's been so long. People are gonna be so excited. And
Glad to be here.
we're gonna go make some lunch.
Yeah.
TTYL, and we'll see you next week on Outgoing.
Without going out.
Bye!